Okay, let's do this. Set number 2, Grand Finals, World Championship Series, Southeast Asian Finals. My name is Phoenix, and I'm going to be bringing you this amazing game between Red Archon here in the top, I don't know, like top 11 o'clock position, I guess, against Miniski Stellar down in the 5 o'clock position playing the Zerg from Philippines. And I mean, what can I say about these players? These players have met each other for countless times over the last 2 years. They're always the top of their game. Red Archon able to go to BlizzCon, the very first BlizzCon, and I believe he almost made it to the second one. And here he is in the running to go for the third. Well, technically it's not a BlizzCon anymore, it's a World Championship Series, but it's still the big master tournament that Blizzard runs every year, and this guy is consistently on the radar, you know, on those championships. Stellar, I mean, this guy is one of the best Zergs in Southeast Asia, always giving the Australians Moonglade and other, like Revenant from Singapore, a big run for their money. You know, challenging. Actually, I just noticed all the really good players from Southeast Asia are Zerg, so I don't know if it's our culture or it just happens that that small pool of top players just all happen to play the same race. But both these players known to be very macro players. You do see. And Stellar, every single game being extremely careful. Red Archon, once again, not known to cheese. I don't think I've ever seen him cheese a single game, but this is just very solid, safe mechanics that each player does, and obviously shows him to be a veteran of ladder. Red Archon, most likely later on, you're gonna see him do the exact same thing, being very safe. Once he drops down this command center, I would not be surprised to see him wall it off with a barracks, a couple supply depots. Once he gets his third, again walling it off. I mean, these are just really good practices that you should be doing, regardless of whether your opponent is known to be special tactics or not. But once again, both these players playing the very macro game. I think once again the Zerg is doing a 15 hatch 17 pool. It does not get any greedier than that. Of course, the spawning pool is thrown down at that timing only when he sees the command center go down. Otherwise, that's really brave, or you just know your opponent really well. That's that drone being very pesky. Just basically forcing the micro from Red Archon, and also forcing him to pull a single SCV off. You know, if you're going to be scouting, yeah, might as well be forcing that little edge off your opponent, because that worker is just not mining. This Overlord really wants to be coming over here to this sweet spot, so you can see, you know, eventually if this what am I talking about? This is completely another base. Yeah, apparently on this map you just can't see when the gas timings are, because this is so exposed and Overlord's not going to be able to perch over there. And even over here, I mean, the Overlord would be completely dead. So on this map, Zergs obviously just don't have that extra sight. You're just going to have to sacrifice a couple links to be able to see that. Red Archon's going to come up here. It's going to be a little bit disappointed to see that there's no third, because that just means that the Zerg is not going to be crazy expanding. And the reason why you want to do that is because if you see the Zerg taking a quick third, it's very easy for you to drop a macro command center in the base just to get a little bit more income, or you just can go some crazy 2 base timing and then just punish the Zerg for being so greedy. But once again, Stellar being actually this is even earlier than the last game, getting his gas at the 430 mark and immediately mining from it. The question will be, what is he going to do with his first 100 gas? Is he going to go for a quick glare? If he's going for a quick glare, then I would not be surprised to see a third and fourth gas go down very quickly, and we might see very quick mutas. The mutas are not meant to end the game. The mutas are there to force 400 to 600 minerals of missile turrets, kill off a couple SCVs, again denying the Terran of very much needed minerals. Because Red Archon is a big fan, like the biggest fan of Marines, and any mineral harassment that you can do to Red Archon basically just messes him up, because he just does not really like playing very gas heavy builds. I don't think I've seen him ever play pure mech. I've seen him play biomech, but I've never seen him go like Hellions, Thors, tanks with Banshee Viking support. No, I've never seen him do that. Really relying on his superb micro Marines to gain that edge, to do multi-pronged drops. That's the Red Archon I know. So yeah, we're just gonna see what is he gonna do. There we go, a very quick lair on the way. Third and fourth gas in production. Baneling Nest definitely going to be Baneling Muta right now, confirmed. Oh, I don't know about that, Rayarchon. Chasing that Ling when you could be doing scouting. He even letting him go. Never mind. Backup Marines. But I mean, the game's afoot. Stella's going to know that it's going to be a very early Ling Hellion push. Instead, actually, Rayarchon immediately retreats with his Marines. He knows that if his Marines get caught out, they're going to be surrounded by Speedlings and killed. So he moves his Marines back. The Hellion unfortunately did not do any scouting, but what he does know is looking on the Rayarchon cam. Yep, he has confirmed. He has confirmed no third base. Scans the main base. Macro hatch. He doesn't see the spire. Where's the spire? Hidden there in the corner. He doesn't see the spire. Right? But he's got to know something's up, and immediately he's like, okay, if you're gonna go for Muta timing, I'm gonna punish you for that. I'm gonna push out with a bunch of Marines and my tank. My tank's gonna be able to take down that spine crawler really quickly. But I'm really concerned because this is a very small group. It's only 9 Marines and a single siege tank. Stella might just have enough links. Okay, he definitely has enough links to deal with this, and this is a disaster for Rayarchon. This is just too huge of a loss early game. That's basically all his attacking force. Only a couple of Marines and a single tank back left, and now Rayarchon is on the back foot. He has to basically take whatever Stellar is going to throw at him, and what he's going to throw at him is 8 mutas. There, instantly all the gas is gone. And yeah, this is like, I mean, right now it's going to force Rayarchon to build a whole bunch of missile turrets. A single missile turret does go down in the main. Most likely we're going to see another missile turret here in the front just to guard the supply depots. And probably, most likely, another missile turret at least in the Nat. Like, yes, it is covered by Marines, but mutas fly pretty quickly, and they're going to be able to at least skip around the Marines and land a couple kills. Oh, I don't know about that, Rayarchon. He's moving out for a drop when he knows mutas on the field. Mutas are on the way. Single missile turret is up, but all this entire left side is exposed. We're just gonna see which does more damage. Oh, the Overlord does spot the drop. He knows that he's gotta be very careful. These Marines, these mutas instantly going for the Tech Lab upgrade, able to get the combat shields. Not a SCV, a bunch of kills, but still really good. Even getting a single tank for a Muta, I think that's an amazing trade. I mean, like the combat shields upgrade is huge because Marines just do so much damage when they're clumped up, and the faster you can kill them, the better. That's why Fungal Growth is just so effective to lower their effective HP, so Lings can run in and mop up. And also, it really makes a big difference when you run in with Ling Muta. Because, I mean, Marines just do crazy amounts of DPS. Their only weakness is their hit points. So delaying that combat shields basically allows Stella to breathe a little bit more easy. Knows he has a little bit more time to get his third base completely saturated. I would not be surprised to see him grabbing a fourth out here in the outlying corners of the map. But yeah, just really forcing Rayarchon not to be able to expand. He has his command center on the way, but he can't really do very much about it. And Stellar is just containing the Terran. I would not be surprised to see a couple of these Zerglings go into Banelings just once again to be very defensive, to defend against pushes like this from Rayarchon. This is a much more sizable force by Rayarchon. 24 Marines and 3 tanks, way better than 9 Marines, 1 tank, and instantly 2 mutas explode in a shower of guts and glory. But there we go, the Banelings with centrifugal hooks. When did Stella get that? And this is going to be a huge mop up. The mutas instantly going for the tanks. Tanks too close, and right now the gas expensive tanks have been taken out. Just a handful of Marines stimming back just to tell the story. 14 Marines, 3 tanks down. And what can Rayarchon do to secure a foothold, to secure his third? There we go, there's the 4th hatchery down by Stella. He's going to be on 7-8 gas. Once he's on 7-8 gas, I mean, Hive Tech with Great Aspire is just a hop skip away. And yeah, what can Rayarchon do to recover from that when he's only on 2 base? A little bit of an exchange there. Nice pickup there. Good focus fire on the damaged Muta, but I mean, these mutas are paying for their weight in gold. Like, it's still the initial 8 mutas, there's still 5 of them left, and look at the amount of damage they've done, even able to chase off the third
for a split second. Those great, I mean, just amazing awareness by Stellar, knowing that that third base is going to go down, and just deny it as long as possible while his fourth is coming up. More power play infestors are on the way. These are just the meat and chunks of your Zerg army. You know, they're the ones that bring the flavor. Yes, you know, yes, there's everything else in the Zerg army that makes it so destructive, but your power of like how awesome your Zerg burger is really on how many infestors that you have and how long you can keep them alive, because I mean a single infestor with 150 energy is just incredibly potent in the amount of fungal growths they can throw out. Stellar, knowing that this base is very close close to the Terran base by air on the outlying portion, is even putting a couple defense squads over here, but I'm not really sure. It's fine. He's got more than enough to clean up this initial drop. The tanks once again going for the kill. These tanks able to not do very much as the Zerg does advance forward. Even going to be able to pick up another tank over here. As you see, the resource loss skyrocketing for the Terran. I mean, the Zerg is also losing a lot of income, a lot of units for that. But I mean, it's okay because he's buying time. We have Adrenal Glands, the crackling upgrades on the way for the Zerg. The critical 2 attack for the melee is coming out, meaning that Banelings can one-hit workers. Well, they can't one-hit SCVs, but they can one-hit other units, and also making the Lings and Banelings even more effective against the Marines. It's just, yeah, I mean, Red Archon is doing his signature double push just to peel the Zerg away. It is working. This is just a decoy, as he is going to be dropping the natural, but I mean, Stellar too good for that. Instantly picks it up, and I don't even think this drop is going to be able to make it down. Yes, that gets picked off. This drop is also denied. Corruptors are on the way, and Stellar just has Red Archon's number in these games. He just knows what to do. And yeah, Red Archon's on 3 bases. He's macroing like a boss. He's got lots and lots of minerals. He's making 8 Marines at a time. 2 tanks, 2 Vikings, because he knows the transit to Broodlords is imminent. But the question is it going to be too little too late, as Broodlords are already on the way? Where are they morphing? Gotta be morphing someplace safe, man. There they are, morphing at the 3rd base. After that, it's a very short walk to the front. But I mean, yeah, I mean, even without Broodlords, Red Archon is struggling like crazy. These Vikings even going down like hot potatoes to these infested Terrans, and great use. The only thing that I would be worried about is Stellar has drained all his energy from the infestors. It's going to take a while for them to recover before they're going to be useful again. Oh, but man, even running the Medivacs over the infested Terrans, is he going to get it? Oh my god, 13 health. But I mean, it doesn't matter because he has Broodlords on the way. Red Archon is stuck on 3 bases. His main is almost mined out. His natural is almost mined out. Look how crazy saturated that is. And even though Red Archon is denying the 5th base from the Zerg, I mean, it's a 5th base. You know, like what Stellar really wants is the gas. He's on 8 gas right now. That's enough to constantly support Broodlord production. You know, he wants the 9th and 10th gas. Actually, he can do Broodlord and Infestor production at the same time. But he might not need that because he's pushing out with a squad, a huge heavy squad of Broodlords. He has Corruptors backup as well. These Vikings are going to go to work on these Broodlords, instantly picking off one, but these Corruptors as well doing their fair share of damage against these Vikings. But as the infested Terrans do shoot them away, I mean, Red Archon just does not have the army to deal with it. Looking at the army supplies, they are equal, but in terms of army size, look at that. Almost double the gas army for Stellar, almost 50% more for minerals, but it's the gas that's a telling portion for it, because we have lots and lots of tier 3 units here, 2.5, tier 2, and where tier 1 and tier 2 units, it's just not a good matchup, man. But Red Archon is not giving up, man. I mean, he's a champ for a reason. Even getting a great angle there, able to instantly pick off one Broodlord, but I just don't know. All those Marines are clumped up like crazy. Where are the Infestors? They need to get over there in Fungal Growth. The Vikings are forcing retreat. Great Fungal Growth on the Vikings! Huge Fungal Growth over there. Banelings rolling in to instantly destroy all the Marines, and instantly the Vikings evaporate. Great Great engage there by Stellar, and look at that. The Brulos instantly raining hell on the on Red Archon. Red Archon is broke. He's so broke. 4 Vikings, 10 Marines, 2 tanks on the way, but his bank is exhausted. And he just does not have the income to supplement that. He desperately needs this 4th base. His natural's mined out. His 3rd is almost dry. But I mean, this is just too many Brewlords for these Marines to handle. Even as another Fungal Growth, adding insult to injury, because there's just so many links that he just did not need it. But I mean, Red Archon is doing a valiant effort. But I mean, right now, what is Stellar saving for? He's saving for Ultras. All the gas instantly goes into the Ultras as soon as the cabin was done. He's got 3-2 on the way with Chitinous Plating and even Zerg armor. Yeah, man. I mean, what can Red Archon do? He's just so behind. And as soon as Red Archon sees these Ultralists, he's gonna know the game's up, because he just has absolutely nothing to deal with Ultralists. All these barracks, except for one, are tech labs. He has no production to build Marauders, and you need Marauders to kill Brewlords, man. No, to kill Ultralists. You're just not gonna be able to do it elsewhere otherwise. And you're gonna see Ultralists popping on the field. There they are. Holy crap! 2-1 Ultralists, 3-2 on the way. And this is the finishing blow in the coffin of Red Archon. Even more beach balls being thrown into the mineral line just to deny as much mining as possible. And here comes Ultras into the fray, and instantly Red Archon knows his number is up, and we're gonna go into game 2, man. We're gonna go into game 2. Once again, this is the final set between Red Archon and Stellar. Red Archon was able to take the first set in the upper bracket final. The upper bracket final, Stellar was knocked down, made it back, won the first set in the grand finals. You know, we're now in the last and final set. Stellar taking game 1. What a game, man! What a game! And so, guys, my name is Phoenix. I'll see you guys in the next one.